The Kansas City Chiefs are now 10-1. But wow, this game against the Panthers wasn't what anyone saw coming. Facing a team near the bottom of the standings, you'd think the Chiefs would cruise to an easy win, especially with a commanding lead at halftime, but the Panthers came swinging, turning this into a game that went right down to the wire. But even with the win, there are some real questions to address. Why was this game so close? What's going on with the defense? And can the Chiefs clean things up in time for tougher matchups ahead? Let's break it all down. What's up, everybody? If you're just finding us, hit that subscribe button. We're your home for everything AFC West, right here on this channel. Alright, if you have watched the match from the start, it looked like the Chiefs were going to cruise to an easy victory. At halftime, they held a solid 14-point lead, showing off the kind of form that's made them Super Bowl champions in recent years. Patrick Mahomes was sharp, spreading the ball to his weapons, including the dynamic duo of Travis Kelce and rookie Noah Gray, and keeping the Panthers on their heels. Kansas City seemed to be in full control, and with the defense holding strong, it appeared this would be another day at the office for the defending champs. But despite the 14-point cushion, the Panthers weren't going to just roll over. Carolina may have been struggling this season, but they came out of the locker room in the second half with fire in their eyes, determined to make this a game. The second half was a different story. The Chiefs, who were so dominant in the first two quarters, started to show cracks in their game. Bryce Young, who had struggled earlier in the season, turned in one of his best performances yet. The young quarterback was efficient and poised under pressure, going 21 of 35 for 262 yards and a touchdown. His confidence was evident, and he was the catalyst for Carolina's 18 unanswered points. The first big blow came from Chuba Hubbard, who capped off an impressive drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then, in an unexpected twist, the Panthers converted a successful 2-point conversion to tie the game at 27-all. It was a stunning turn of events, and the Chiefs, for the first time all game, were feeling the pressure. The Panthers were fighting tooth and nail to pull off the unthinkable. But this is where Kansas City's experience and leadership came into play. Even with the game tied and the momentum clearly on Carolina's side, the Chiefs didn't panic. They knew they had one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and as long as Mahomes was under center, they had a shot. When it came down to the final moments of the game, Patrick Mahomes delivered, as he always does in clutch situations. With just under 2 minutes remaining and the game on the line, Mahomes took control. His first big play was a 33-yard scramble that took the Chiefs deep into Panther territory. The play showed off his mobility, which was a huge asset given the pressure he was under. He is a real NFL star. After that, Mahomes orchestrated a quick series of passes, keeping the Panthers on their toes and getting the Chiefs closer to field goal range. With the clock ticking down, the Chiefs turned to backup kicker Spencer Schrader to take the game-winning kick. Spencer Schrader, who had already been called into action earlier in the game, calmly stepped up and drilled a 31-yard field goal as time expired. The Chiefs had escaped Charlotte with a 30-27 victory, and Mahomes had once again proven why he's one of the best to ever play the game. Of course, even the best quarterbacks and wide receivers can have a moment of frustration. One of those moments came in the second quarter when Mahomes and Kelce, usually in sync, had a rare miscommunication. Mahomes targeted Kelce on a routine pass, but the throw was just off, causing Kelce to drop the ball. The frustration on Kelce's face was clear. He's used to catching everything thrown his way. Well, fans can't forget this moment full of sensation. However, what's impressive about the Chiefs is how quickly they move past these moments. Kelce shook it off, and Mahomes didn't dwell on the mistake. They quickly got back into a rhythm, and before long, they were making plays again. This kind of maturity and ability to bounce back is what makes Kansas City a championship-caliber team. Even in defeat, the Panthers had a lot to be proud of. Bryce Young, the former Heisman Trophy winner, showed why he was the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. His 262-yard passing performance kept Carolina in the game and gave their fans hope for the future. Young was composed, hitting his targets efficiently, including a big catch-and-run from rookie tight end Tommy Tremble. It was an encouraging sign for a young quarterback who's still adjusting to the speed of the NFL. Chuba Hubbard also made his mark, rushing for 59 yards and a touchdown. Despite the loss, Carolina showed grit and determination, something they can build on for the future. While they're still a work in progress, this game was a testament to their potential when they play with confidence and cohesion. While Mahomes rightly gets the spotlight, it was the Chiefs' ground game that also played a pivotal role in the win. Kansas City racked up 165 rushing yards on the day, providing a balanced attack that kept the Panthers guessing. Kareem Hunt led the way with 68 yards, including some key runs in the second half that helped the Chiefs regain control when things got tight. But it wasn't just the running backs. Patrick Mahomes also contributed on the ground, adding 60 rushing yards of his own. This kind of versatility from Mahomes is part of what makes him so dangerous. He can beat teams with his arm or his legs. And then there was Noah Gray. The backup tight end had a breakout performance, catching 4 passes for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns, the first multi-touchdown game of his career. Gray is quickly becoming one of Mahomes' most reliable targets, complementing Kelce and adding another weapon to the Chiefs' already potent offense. Speaking of Kelce, he didn't have his most dominant game, but his impact was still felt. He finished with 6 receptions for 62 yards, and his ability to create mismatches in the middle of the field continues to be a major asset for the Chiefs. Other players also stepped up in critical moments. Xavier Worthy caught 4 passes for 46 yards, while DeAndre Hopkins secured a crucial touchdown late in the fourth quarter. Hopkins' performance, particularly in high-pressure situations, showed why he's such a valuable addition to the Chiefs' offense. However, the defense was not at his best. The Chiefs' pass rush couldn't get consistent pressure. They managed just 2 sacks and 7 quarterback hits all game, giving Young plenty of time to make plays. The run defense also had its hands full. Chuba Hubbard didn't have a standout game, but he was steady, finishing with 59 rushing yards and a touchdown. The inability to contain both the pass and the run allowed the Panthers to stay in the game longer than expected. Then there were the penalties, self-inflicted mistakes that continue to haunt this defense. A critical pass interference call on Trent McDuffie late in the game stood out. He was in good position to make a play, but the unnecessary penalty kept Carolina's drive alive, forcing the Chiefs' offense to step up and seal the win. So, the win over the Panthers was crucial, but the road ahead isn't getting any easier for the Chiefs. Up next, they've got a quick turnaround with a Black Friday showdown against the Raiders, a team with nothing to lose and everything to prove. A short week like this can be brutal, especially coming off an emotionally charged game like today. After the Raiders, the Chiefs have back-to-back divisional battles with the Chargers and the Browns, 2 teams that are more than capable of testing Kansas City on both sides of the ball. The margin for error is going to shrink, and any lingering issues, like penalties or defensive struggles, will need to be addressed fast. Looking further ahead, the schedule closes out with the Texans, Steelers, and Broncos, which might seem manageable on paper, but every team at this point in the season is fighting for something. Whether it's playoff positioning or pride, nobody is going to make it easy for the Chiefs. If Kansas City wants to lock up the top seed in the AFC, they'll need to stay sharp and bring their best every week. The good news? This team knows how to win, even when things aren't perfect. But the challenges ahead will show just how ready they are for the postseason. So, that's all for today. What a game we all witness, right? Another clutch performance from Patrick Mahomes and just enough from the team to secure the win. But honestly, this one was way closer than it should have been. Now, it's your turn. What did you think of the Chiefs' performance? Are you worried about the defense after recent struggles? And do you think this team has what it takes to lock up the #1 seed in the AFC? And here's the big one. What's your confidence level in the Chiefs heading into the postseason? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more daily Chiefs updates. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.